Ladies and gentlemen, for the people who have not heard about this story, we're getting ready to talk about that demonic looking creature right there that you see on the right hand side of my screen. And it also involves these precious souls that you see on the center of the screen right there. All four of them. 3 children, 1 woman, a mother, and her boyfriend. How do we get here? That dude's name that is sitting there with like 13 police officers, his name is Brendan Jackson, or Brendan Trevane Jackson, Travane. You can Google search it and find it. He's in the interrogation room right now. 3 children saw him stab their mother to death before he turned the knife on them, saying, "I love you," and killing them one by one as the mother lay dying on the floor, as she watched as he murdered her and her children. He next stabbed their 2-year-old son by the name of King in the neck and in the chest. And then this coward went for their infant daughter by the name of Christian, who was only 1 month old. The very last of the children to die in this story was his 1-year-old daughter by the name of Kinsley. So I want you guys to understand, a 2-year-old, a 1-year-old, and a 1-month-old. Let's put that in the proper perspective. 3 children outside of the confines of wedlock. Everybody understands this. Boyfriend making all these babies, and who knows if all of these kids are his. I don't know that for a fact, okay? Now, we'll answer some of these questions. Matter of fact, anytime you guys donate, I'll stop and read it. Said, let me see. I'm not new. I've been all the way live and popping for 6 months now. I just forgot to update my credit card info. My bad. I love my AFC fan bam. And what we represent, we have to be a voice for these babies. Truth hurts. That is Love Dixon, who sent in a very nice $10 super chat. Thank you so much. As you guys can hear that, other people are donating. That is, let me pull up this name real quick. Get you a shout out. If I can get it to pull up. Come on. Okay. Let me see if I can read your message real quick. Hold on, guys. Said, "Hey, Jay, from Australia. Keep up the good work." That's Helen Smith. Thank you. Australia is in the building, man. Shout out where you guys are from, okay? Are you guys familiar with Columbus? Because that's where this thing comes out of. We're going to talk about this, okay? Now, when you guys are watching, please click that thumbs up. It'll help share our stream. Let other people know that we're live. We got 124 thumbs up. We're looking for 150. If we can get that, that'd be great. Just get a couple people to click it. This is the mother's brother, who we're going to talk about him in a minute, because he actually gave an interview. Such details are in the police case files the Ledger-Enquirer obtained under Georgia's Open Records Act. They include written synopsis of police body camera videos, body camera footage, and interviews with witnesses. Here's a point about the police interview. "I did it, okay? I killed all of them." A shackled, shirtless Jackson confessed the next morning to Detective Stuart Carter in a room at police headquarters, as you guys saw him in that room. "I did it. I did it. I killed them all," he repeated softly. "I just wasn't thinking clearly." It was 3:48 a.m., about 7 hours after Jackson was arrested and 14 hours after the homicides likely occurred. Police could not question him earlier because he was incoherent, having down whole bottles of over-the-counter painkillers such as ibuprofen and Advil PM, trying to kill himself. So, I want you guys to take note of that. He took a shit ton of pills because he was trying to kill himself. Everybody take a mental note of that, because we're going to come back to that here in a moment, once y'all find out what happened to him. The first police recordings at 11:22 p.m. show him alone in an interview room, which you guys will see that picture here in a moment, wearing only blue shorts with shackles on his wrist and ankles. Wild-eyed and staring, as you guys saw from the photos, he strains against his restraints, sniffling and shaking his head to clear it. Before he killed the mother by the name of Jerica Spellman and her children, and their children, he may have ingested heroin, for which he used the street name Fat Boy, according to a cousin who gave him a ride that day. Wow. When investigators started questioning him at about 3 a.m., Trevane Jackson gave vague answers, claiming the mother Jerica left that day with a friend and he didn't know where she went with the kids. Bookmark that in your mind. I want you to understand where we're going with this. I don't want y'all to be mad at me, but just hear me out. Asked about cuts and scrapes on his neck and chest, as you saw from the photos, right there, y'all see them scratches on his neck. Y'all should be able to see that. He claimed that they came from mosquito bites he had scratched before telling detectives he had been playing rough with my baby moms. Those are claw marks in his neck. I know nail marks when I see them. He continued to dodge questions from detectives Matt Sittler and Dexter Weinsinger until Carter came in and told them 4 dead bodies were in his apartment and asked what led to that. Arguments, Jackson said. What did she say that made him angry? Just be talking about me, she said, or he said. She told me she got her a new dude and she started arguing with me in the kids' room. I'm going to read that again because sometimes I don't speak very clearly. Keep in mind, she left with a quote-unquote friend. Usually when they do not specify, either people or woman does not specify who they left with, that means there is a high chance that she might have left with a man. There's a reason I'm accusing her of doing this. Now, in this statement, it said she made him angry. They had arguments. What did she say that made him angry? Talking about me, she told me that she got her a new dude and she was arguing with me in the kids' bedroom. Are we starting to understand how we got to this point? I'm not saying that the mother or the kids deserved it. What I'm saying is if you know that you have a nigga lion that you got from the nigga zoo and somebody allowed you to keep this wild animal in your house with your children, then one would have to understand that that nigga lion might end up being a threat to your children. Do we understand where we're going? Can we get a hashtag, when you date thugs, you date death? Anybody? Does anybody want to post that in the chat? I'm just saying, I don't know if you guys are sensitive. Maybe, maybe you don't want to type that in the chat for being sensitive. I don't know. I'm just saying. She told me she got her a new man. Let me ask you guys a question. Yes, if y'all haven't heard me talk about the nigga zoo and the nigga lion, y'all got to go back and watch those stories. You got to tune in. JB coming up with some wild stuff sometime. She has a 2-year-old, a 1-year-old, and her last baby was, how old did I say? 1 month old. 30 days old. Where are my ladies at? Can anybody tell me how long you're supposed to wait between when you have a kid from the next time that you're supposed to be having sex? How long do they normally recommend that you wait? Want me to tell you? Because I went through that with my daughter's mom. They told her that she should refrain from having sex for at least 6 to 8 weeks. How many weeks is in a month? 4 weeks. So that means that she was already involved with another man in 4 weeks of her giving birth. All while this woman lives in the house with her nigga lion, her boyfriend, her thug, and 2 other children, and she just had a kid. 2 years old, 1 year old, and 1 month old. Hello. Come on, man. Maybe some of my fellas might not understand how the body works and how the inside parts work inside a woman's body, but I'm sorry. I tend to listen. When they tell me this stuff, I watch my daughter's mom give birth to my kid. Shout out to my daughter, by the way. For her to already be involved with another man in 4 weeks, come on. Let me ask you guys a question. If she was involved with a man that quick, at what point did she start talking to another man when she just gave birth? That means she was already pregnant for 9 months. 9 months plus 1 month after she had the kid. So to me, it's impossible that she met this man within 4 weeks, 30 days, and immediately talking about she's serious enough with somebody else to tell this nigga lion that lives in her house that she has a new man. To me, that's not even a rational thought. So to me, that means that she probably was talking to this man beforehand. And if she was talking to him beforehand, then what does that also mean? I haven't noticed anybody said it yet. Nobody in the chat has said it yet. That 1 month old baby might not be his. I'm going to take a drink of my Gatorade for that. This is strawberry lemonade. Do y'all like the way I break this shit down? Do I break it all the way down in a way that people can understand? Do y'all understand why I get so upset about this shit? Do y'all understand how I'm saying not only is he wrong, but the mom is wrong too for getting them to this point? Even if it's not true, it still seems to make sense because of her occupation. But wait, let's get there. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let's get there. Let's get there. Yes, they live together. That's called a common law marriage. So no, they were not legally married, but they're calling him a boyfriend. But if they are living together and creating children together, then that's common law marriage. Hashtag babies for benefits. But I want y'all to understand. Let me ask you guys a question. I'm going to show you guys a picture. Look at that picture on the right-hand side of my screen. What do y'all think the mother did for a living? How do y'all think that she was able to pay bills? Based on that picture, right there. What do y'all think she was doing for a living? Anybody want to take a guess? This time, I actually have proof. I can prove to you what she was doing for a living, and it's going to blow your mind. I promise you. We really need about 400 or 500 people in the building. Please click that thumbs up. Please help share this story, because if you want me to break this down, I'm not asking you to donate. What I'm asking you to do is click that thumbs up. This is about to get deep fast. I promise you. Don't miss this one. Before he killed Jerica and the children, he ingested heroin, which he called Fat Boy. Now, she claimed that she got a new dude, and that's what started them arguing in the kid's bedroom, which is it's a stupid, dangerous thing to do anyway. Only when Carter kept asking where he got the knife did Jackson admit that he came home from work at 2 p.m. and got into a fight with Jerica. Each of them grabbed knives before he took hers away and started stabbing her with the knife. She was fighting back, he said. I just kept doing it until she stopped fighting back. After I stabbed her the first time, I kept going. Now, why did Brandon Jackson kill his kids if he had a problem with the mom? Let's listen to this nigga lying logic, all right? Soon Carter asked the question the homicides left many wondering. Why did he kill the kids? I didn't want anybody to have my kids. Oh my goodness. His answer is I didn't want anybody to have my kids. Once he killed their mom, he knew neither parent would be there for them. I knew she couldn't do it because she was already dead. I knew I couldn't do it because I was fixing to go to jail. And for people who don't know what fixing means, that means getting ready to fixing. That's Southern terminology. He gave more details in an interview 2 days later. I looked at my kids and I told them I loved them, and then I killed them. Was Jerica still alive? He said, well, she was still talking. She said she loved us and she was sorry for everything. And then that was it. Again, asked about killing the kids, he repeated, like I said, I didn't want nobody raising my kids, which I didn't want nobody. I didn't want anybody. Of course, that's a double negative. I don't like it if someone else disciplines my kids. So this idiot's logic is so nobody will raise his kids and so his kids will never get a chance to grow up. He felt the best response was for him to kill his own fucking kids. And this is the interview. Do y'all want to see this interview? Y'all got to hear this, man. It's about to get crazy. Let me know. Vote in the chat. Type in the chat and tell me if y'all want to see his interview, because I have it. Now, the victim's brother actually spoke out, but I'm going to skip that part because I'm going to let y'all hear what he has to say out of his own mouth. Let me see. Do I want to tell you guys about this part? This is more of the details. I think we can skip this part. Let's talk about this part. At 7:34 p.m., Sabrina Cooper called her brother Derek Cooper, who was with his nephew Andrew Lloyd, got Jackson's keys and drove to the apartment where Lloyd went in and came back shocked and silent. They were on their way back to Joy Road when Lloyd said, "Unc, there are 4 bodies in the house. King is dead." Cooper tried to call 911 but didn't get through, so his sister called. "Sabrina, all of them are dead," he said. At 8:44 p.m., Sabrina Cooper called 911 requesting an officer to be sent to the house. Now, I've got the 911 call, so I'm going to skip that part, and I'm going to just let y'all hear that because the 911 call is absolutely crazy in itself. Having reviewed police files, Jerica's brother, James Freeman, felt that he had a better understanding as to what happened. Reports that Jackson used drugs before the homicides actually made sense to him. I don't believe that. Without the substance abuse, he would have been able to do that, or wouldn't been able to do that. I'm not sure which one they meant. His sister's telling Jackson she found another man would have caused more tension in addition to her leaving with his 2 children. As Freeman suspected, Jerica fought for her life, hanging on until Jackson killed their children. She didn't roll over and die until they was dead, or he meant they were dead. She saw all that. Now he feels he can move on with his own crusade against family violence to honor his sister and their children. "I feel like I didn't get the answers that I really wanted," he said, "but now I feel like I'm on a path to learning a new normal, and for me, that's what it's about." Now, he doesn't have to imagine his own scenario of how they died. To me, it's just more for closure because I didn't want to go throughout life making up things in my own head because I feel like the truth is always better no matter how bad it hurts. For anybody else who needs immediate help or assistance because of domestic violence or family violence, which Miss June Bennett posts that in the chat all the time, but you can call the Columbus Shelter Hope Harbor's crisis line at 706-324-3850 or the statewide hotline at 800-344-2836. Now, here's where some people might get a little bit mad at me. And you know what? You're just going to have to deal with it for a moment. For the people who said that the mom was a stripper, I'm going to tell you guys, you are absolutely correct. So bear with me. We're going to, I didn't mean to do that. Here we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys a couple of pictures, and I'm going to prove to you not only was this woman a dancer, but she was also a promiscuous woman. You ready to hear this? I want y'all to look at that. With the floor all chipped up, with those nasty ass chairs, with that big ass makeup thing over there. That's what a stripper's dressing room looks like. For people who may have never been in the back room, I have, because I used to work in a strip club as a DJ, so Just Jay knows better. That's a strip club changing dressing room. Let me give you another picture to prove my point. Again, this picture right here. Her dressed in this outfit. Right here. You guys can see this. That's the same dressing room. If you look at the floors, look at that wall, that's the same back room. Okay? Are you ready for the last photo? I don't know if I could show this one or not. I mean, I'm going to try to make it smaller. If I can. Hold on. Let me get rid of that. Yep, I need to make this picture smaller. Give me a second here. Because it's showing a little bit of ass and I don't want to get in trouble on YouTube. Same dressing room. Y'all can kind of see how she's dressed. I'm not going to show the whole thing because I don't want to get in no trouble. Now, why am I saying that the mom is a stripper? And why am I trying to prove this point? Okay, here we go. I got to pause this because this happened in 2016. Let's sing nude at the Gold Lounge Gentlemen's Club, according to Columbus Police. Do you guys want to see the mugshot? Uh-oh. Does that look like the same woman? How about this one? Does that look like the same woman? To me, it does. I told y'all this is about to get deep real quick. Y'all click that thumbs up, guys. It's about to get deeper here in a moment. Okay? Let's talk about this. A 26-year-old Columbus woman was arrested early this morning after dancing nude at a Gold Lounge Gentlemen's Club, according to Columbus Police. Authorities said that they were conducting an investigation at the business at 3613 Victory Drive around 2 a.m. when they saw Jerica Marie Spellman. Let me give y'all the name again, because maybe there's a bunch of Jerica Marie Spellmans in Columbus. Maybe I'm just a dummy. Maybe these two women that I have on my screen aren't the same person, but I think it is. All right? Jerica Marie Spellman was seen nude dancing. I want you guys to keep in mind that this is not a nude club. It's illegal. She was charged with nude dancing and transported to the Muskogee County Jail. Her preliminary hearing is set for 2 p.m. Friday, but this was in 2016. Police have yet to give any details about the incident or confirm whether Spellman was employed with the club at that time. But she was employed at the club, as I showed you guys the pictures of where she was working. Now, according to a city ordinance, nude dance isn't allowed in a business that serves alcohol. Totally nude dancing is defined as dancing or appearing in a total state of nakedness without the protection or benefit of the minimal coverings required for partially nude dancing. And the photo that they posted is that photo that y'all see on the right-hand side of my screen. So why am I saying all of this? What I'm saying is that the mom was promiscuous. She was ratchet. She was nasty. And she also claimed to have a boyfriend 4 weeks after she gave birth, while she already had 2 kids who were less than 2 years old. Woo-wee! Was that not a lot to grasp in a little bit of amount of time? I know. Here's another photo of her. Bottles of wine. I'm just saying, before you guys try to call this woman a saint, you just have to hear the whole story. Now, let me go ahead and give you guys the fair usage, and I'm going to let y'all hear not only the 911 call, but I'm going to let y'all hear from the uncle or the brother's mouth. I'm going to let y'all hear what he had to say. Let's get it. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. All I'm saying, for the people who might not understand where I'm coming from, is what I'm saying is that if getting arrested at a strip club and you having 2 kids does not make you want to change your life and be something better and do something better, then in my opinion, there's nothing that's going to change your mind and nothing that's going to make you kick in gear as a mother, as a nurturer, as a creator, to get yourself in gear for your own kids and put your kids in a good position. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Now, let's go ahead and get it.
There's another one open here.
No, I just opened this because it's.
Oh, okay.
You guys this?
No, we haven't gone it.
Let's go.
Stand by for it. Go ahead.
Wait, no.
Let me read what somebody in the chat said. For all of you in here judging this mother, none of you are saints at all. I'm pretty sure God doesn't like judgment. Well, to the person that wrote that, you need to go back and read your Bible, because I'm not sure what Bible you read or what pastor told you that, which is actually inaccurate. Jesus judged, and if we are supposed to be like Jesus, which is little Christ, Christ-like, or Christians, then the Bible actually says that we should be like Jesus. And if Jesus judged and God judges us when we are dead and when we make our way to the pearly gates of heaven, then that would mean that it's okay for us to judge between right and wrong, good and bad. You dig? We all are supposed to judge, make proper judgment. So what you said is actually a lie on the Bible, beautiful, or whatever your name is. I'm just saying, be careful when you come quoting that Bible at me, because guess what? I used to actually be a youth counselor for Kanakuk camps in Missouri. I'm just saying, I grew up in the church. Don't play that church stuff with me. You Bible thumpers want to come in here and thump that Bible with me? Oh, you'll be in for a rude awakening, okay? I'm just saying, think before you talk. Know what you're talking about before you speak. That's what makes me good at what I do. Okay? Be careful with that. She was a bad mother and she caused her kids to die. And she probably pissed her little thug nigga lion off. Put him in a state that caused him to be upset. Y'all know women do this shit. Not all women do this. But a lot of women that live in the hood, that live under these hood niggas, love poking the bear. Y'all know this. Stop acting. Stop playing with me right now. Don't defend that woman's actions. I know a lot of y'all didn't know that I used to be a Christian man. Don't play with me.
Don't left. Oh.
She gambled on a thug and lost. She crapped out.
Dispatch.
This start EMS 1018 for 3 individuals. We're backing out. Take us to attack channel. Take us to attack chat. Take us to attack. Fuck!
21. Take all units to attack channel. We have 3 bodies.
Ooh. 608A, start them 1018.
608.
We need to rope this off.
No, we don't think we're high and mighty, but what we do think is that parents need to be better parents. That's the difference, beautiful. Maybe you don't quite understand what I mean by saying parents need to step their game up. No, you don't have to block her timer out. Let her talk. It's okay. It's okay. Over here, we can handle this kind of conversation because you absolutely have to be on a level of truth, and you also have to be on a level of putting out facts. That's it. We can let people talk here. Okay? Talk about things hitting close to home. You have to be better parents. You cannot just sit and watch parents be bad parents and say, well, what if it would have been you? What? No. First and foremost, I'm not going to date a whore. Okay? I'm not going to have children by a whore. I'm not going to be fighting with a whore. I'm not going to be arguing with a whore. I'm going to let a whore do what a whore does. Be in the strip club, sucking dick, and leaving the club with random dudes and being nude in a club, which is breaking the fucking law. Not only does that pose a risk to your body, you could get raped in the club, you could catch venereal diseases in the club, you could take that shit home and accidentally give it to your kids, which is also a deadly thing to do. It's a dangerous thing to do, to work as a stripper, have a bunch of kids, and be bringing niggas in and out of your house around your kids. Did y'all not watch Players Club? when that man followed Diamond home? Y'all don't remember that? We don't even have to use movie examples. I'm just saying, y'all know real life examples of plenty of times where these chicks that been killed by dudes that followed them home from what? Instagram, from Snapchat, from Tinder, and all these POF. Come on, man. Stop playing with me.
I didn't get the answers that I really wanted.
This is the brother, by the way, of Jerica Spellman. Let's listen to him.
But I feel like now I am on a path to learning a new normal. And for me, that's what it's about. It's about learning how to find that new normal. That's what it's about for me.
Help us help you out. I don't think this wasn't.
But again, I don't mind the timeout. But again, y'all can let people chat, man. If people want to say some stuff, let them talk. As long as they're not being super disrespectful, they're just being emotional, okay? It's okay for people to be emotional. Everybody's going to get upset, okay? But let's let them talk though. Let's let them use their words. Let's talk it out.
Help us help you out. I don't think this wasn't something that you planned out. I just think it was a fight that got out of hand. But you got to be transparent. You got to be honest about it. You got to own up to it. These are your children we're talking about. Just in their memory alone, do the right thing, man. If you really love them children, which I believe you do, just tell us what happened.
Man, it actually given me some sort of closure because I feel like I got a better understanding of what took place that day.
I did, okay. I can,
It's okay. You want to pray? Do you believe in God?
yeah,
You want to pray?
well, I did. I kept I wasn't thinking clearly with myself, blacked out, and not one of them through my head. I did.
I didn't know that, yeah. She was trying to defend herself the way she was. I thought it was just a full-on just blitz attack, but she did have a knife in the room too. And she was making a peanut butter jelly sandwich, so that I was right about that. That confirmed some things for me. So she was trying to defend herself, so they was actually having a knife fight with the knives. And he just got the best of her.
Yeah.
So after you take the knives away from you, she's attacked you, you're defending yourself, and then you end up stabbing her, and then she's no longer moving. What happened then? I know this is hard to talk about, but we need to talk about it.
I kept stabbing her until she stopped moving.
Okay.
But she wasn't dead at the moment though. She was still talking and breathing and everything. Then I looked at my kid, told him I loved him, and I killed him.
I think that he actually told the truth in the first video, but I think that right here he sat in jail and he was trying to like come up with what happened, and he forgot a lot from then to there. For me, it was more for closure because I didn't want to go throughout my life making things up in my own head, because I feel like the truth is always better. And I feel like it's up to the individual how they process the true information. But for me, the truth is always better, no matter how bad it hurts.
All right, now, do y'all want to hear the 911 call? We're going to skip to a couple more videos.
Upon officers arriving at the scene, they discovered a female, adult female, and 3 children that were deceased on the scene. Later, the adult female was identified as Jerica Spellman, 29 years of age. King Jackson, 3 years of age. Kinsley Jackson, 2 years of age. And Kristen Jackson, 1 month old.
Yeah, Daquan, I don't believe that peanut butter and jelly sandwich story either. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. Not when, especially after the fact that he said that she talked about her having a new man. Well, you also have to remember that a lot of them women that work in them strip clubs are promiscuous. They are. I'm sorry. People not, it's not all. I'm not saying all. I'm saying her. She was promiscuous. She was doing illegal acts in a strip club. So why would she not be doing other illicit acts as well? If you can't respect the sanctity of working in a job like that, which takes a lot of care, working in a strip club, then I would have to believe that it's probably a lot of other rules and laws that you're not following. I'm just saying. For them to have that conversation at that moment, she's not going to be making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich while she's talking about the next dick that she's about to go hop on. That doesn't make any damn sense at all. I got a new man. Let me go make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. How does that make any sense? Let me just play the video. Jesus, man.
Trevane Brandon Jackson was located and later arrested. He's been charged with 4 counts of murder, family violence.
My wife's phone rang, and it was one of my sister's friends and my brother's friend. And my brother was on the phone. He was like, man, Brandon killed Pooh and the kids. And I was like, what? He was like, Brandon killed Pooh and the kids. And it gave me chill bumps, man, just to even, repeat that, because I can hear that in my head every day. He was like, man, Brandon killed Pooh and the kids. So I was like, all of them? He was like, yeah. I said, Papacito too? We call him Papa, my nephew King, Papacito. He was like, he gone, man. And I just went numb from there, man. Everything from there was a blur.
And I don't want y'all to get this twisted. I feel where he's coming from, and he might watch this interview that I'm doing, and he might get mad at me. But come on, man. You know when your family members are doing wrong. Like, if I have a family member that's doing something bad, you could say it, and I'm going to be like, you know what? They're right. My family member was not doing right. While y'all are here, click that thumbs up. We only got 200 thumbs up. Let's go for 250. We just need 50 people to click that thumbs up. Let's keep watching.
She wanted to move on, and in their relationship, I think that she was pretty much through with the relationship.
Okay. Y'all heard it. So he just admitted. Listen. Let me back up. Listen at him again.
Nephew King.
He just admitted that she did have a boyfriend, but if she had a 1-month-old baby, then that means that she had this boyfriend within 4 weeks. Listen again. The brother just admitted it.
Papacito, he was like, he gone, man. And I just went numb from there, man. Everything from there was a blur. She wanted to move on, and in their relationship, I think that she was pretty much through with the relationship.
Okay.
And really, I think they was both through with the relationship. I think they realized that they weren't good together. I think everybody realized they weren't. We was trying to tell them y'all ain't good together.
Y'all heard that, right? All right, now let's keep going. I think I'm gonna skip this one. Let me skip this one. How do I go back to the letters to some family members, and I was one of them people that he wrote letters to. I wrote a letter to. Hold on just a second. Let me see if I can get back to this playlist. Give me a second here. Actually, let's do it like this. Give me a second, guys. Hold on. Let me try to fix this. Okay, we heard that one. Let's go for this one. This one. All right. Let's try this again. Give me a second here. All right, here we go. This is the neighborhood where it happened. So it looks like an apartment complex. Let's skip that part.
West Georgia father is accused of stabbing his girlfriend and their 3 children to death. Police say 29-year-old Jerka Selman was found dead with her 3 children inside their apartment. The kids were all under the age of 3 years old. 27-year-old Trevane Jackson has been taken into custody. He faces multiple charges, including murder.
Today, Trevane Brandon Jackson, who was housed here at the county jail, was seen numerous times throughout the day by the officers working in the area that he was assigned to. I will say at this point he was in a single-man cell alone. So at approximately 4:05, when medication began in that particular area, the officer came to his cell, opened the flap, and determined something was wrong. He called for assistance because of Mr. Jackson's charges. He was not someone that one officer could open a door for. So when assistance arrived, they did go in and found Mr. Jackson hanging. They immediately took him down, called for nursing. Nursing staff came around, called EMS immediately within a minute. Nursing staff worked on him, applied an AED. Approximately 6 minutes later, EMS arrived. He was transported to Piedmont, where he was pronounced dead at 5:07 p.m. That's all I can tell you at this time, except that I did contact the GBI. They are en route to work this case. My deputies and officers are preserving the crime scene. They are gathering evidence, video evidence, any other kind of evidence, and we will hand all that over to the GBI for them to do an investigation.
Upon officers arriving at the scene, they discovered
When I woke this morning, and I heard the birds singing.
Baby, my little sister, my nieces, and my nephews. Got a couple toys for my nephew, some of his favorite toys, you know. So for me, it's like a dream.
Jericho, she was very sweet. I mean, just knowing her, she's always had a great heart to try to do for others as well as herself and her kids.
Watching over me, he is watching.
And yes, for the people who are saying that the boyfriend who did all of this murdering killed himself in jail, but let me point out something to you guys that maybe you didn't catch. Y'all remember when they talked about that he took a bunch of pills, right? He tried to kill himself beforehand. Let me see how many people are familiar with the way that normal jail systems work. When you are known to be suicidal or have suicidal thoughts or have done something suicidal, what do they usually do when you're in jail? They normally have you on a watch, and they normally either have you on some type of restraints or something to make sure that you cannot hurt yourself. Am I right or am I wrong? That's the part that I said I was going to bring back up. Suicide watch. Thank you. So how is it that he was able to hang and kill himself in jail, knowing that they had prior evidence that he tried to kill himself, because they said that he took a bunch of ibuprofen and Advil PM. They were very specific. Advil PM and ibuprofen. And they didn't have him on suicide watch? Interesting. But let's skip that. Apparently that must not matter. Let's skip that whole part.
This violence got to stop. It got to stop. It really do. It got to stop. You done lost 4 people at one time. It don't make no sense.
It's always gonna be a celebration, no matter what. No matter what. Because she's not, like I said, she's not forgotten at all. She's not. All 4 of them is resting together, you know. That's a good thing, you know. Like I said, you know, it's sad.
Guys, y'all are saying they weren't watching him close enough. I'm saying I don't think they were watching him at all. They did not have. They couldn't have had him on suicide watch. Based on everything that I've heard, it didn't sound like they had this dude on any kind of suicide watch at all.
Watching over me, oh, he's watching. She might be gone, but
She definitely took pride in her children. She died for them.
Yep, and matter of fact, Love Dixon is absolutely correct. She caught that detail. He had a cell all to himself in jail. That's suspect. I agree. Absolutely agree. He had a cell by himself when he already tried to commit suicide. His life was over and he knew it. He could have faced the death penalty. How do you not watch somebody like that? Maybe we're just asking irrelevant questions. Who knows? Now, how many people want? They said y'all want to hear the 911 call. 911 call is coming up right now.
For the ladies in those relationships, my messages get out. My messages get out.
He said to the ladies in relationships like this, he said, get out, get out. That's what he just said. So what he's saying is he agrees with me by saying not only should you not be in a relationship with a thug, hood ass killer dude like this, but not only that, I take it a step further and say that the mother's lifestyle was not conducive to having children either. Just saying. The mom was living foul as shit too.
He's watching over me.
It's playing out of one side. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not, but the next video you should be able to hear it. Here's the 911 call.
Call 911. Yes, could you send me a police officer out to 901 Joy Road, lot 511? Pine Meadows? Yes. You said lot 511? Yes, ma'am. What's going on there? Ma'am, just please get a police officer here. My nephew showed up at my house. He scratched up and beat all up. And my son them just went to his house and they said that everybody in the house is dead. Ma'am, what's the address to the house? The house is over there in E County. I don't know the address. Okay, ma'am, ask your nephew what the apartment number is, please. Ma'am, I won't even know. Ma'am, is your nephew there? Yes, ma'am, he at my house right now. He in the bathroom. He look like he on some drugs or something. Ma'am, ask him what the apartment number is that it was for 10. Ma'am, he acting like he don't know nothing. He don't know nothing. He acting like he out with it. Ma'am, who went to the apartment? My son, yeah, because when he came here, he was all beat up and he had to fix. Where's your son at right, ma'am? Where's your son at right now? They just went over there to the apartment. Okay, give me his cell phone number, please. My son don't have no phone. My brother got a phone. I don't know how to go in here in the contact thing and get the phone number. I need some information from the people who are calling you right there. I'm going to call you right there.
And she hung up.
Ma'am, I'm going to call you right there. I'm going to call you right there.
And she hung up. That sounded like Trevane Brandon Jackson's mom. She hung up. And she called back, though, or somebody else called back. Here's the rest of it.
Wednesday, July 17, 2019, 20:51 and 11 seconds.
Yes, ma'am. I just called you about my nephew. What happened? Ma'am. Ma'am. Ma'am, give me the phone number. Ma'am, give me the phone number. My brother done made it back here. Okay, what's the apartment number? He said he don't know that. All he knew was where the apartment is. He didn't get the address. Okay, then how do we know the people inside the apartment are dead? Ma'am, I can't send anybody out there if I don't have an apartment number. Okay, all right, I'm gonna ride over there and get the apartment number right now. Ma'am, I need you to stay where you're at because police are coming to you. Oh, Lord, my mom just pulled up. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I need to know an apartment number in Elizabeth County. Let me talk to your brother. My brother, he said he was, hold on a minute. Got killed everybody in the house, mom.
Y'all hear this?
Okay, I get it. What's that apartment number, mom? My mama got this. Mom, you know the apartment number? 660B, my mama say. 660B, boy? Yes, ma'am. All right, we're going. Thank you. Ma'am.
Wow. Oh, man. I know what you guys are thinking. You're saying the dispatcher is rude. But you also have to understand this. If somebody calls you, and they're just human, so I'm going to defend the 911 operator just for a second. If somebody calls you and tells you everybody in the house is dead, they're at some apartments, come to the apartments. Well, how are you not going to, how are you going to tell them to come to a big, large apartment complex and they're not going to know where to go? They don't know if they need to be on standby, if somebody is armed and dangerous. Like, you don't just send your police officers in blindly to anything. How many of y'all understand where I'm coming from? You don't send cops into things blindly. You try to get as much information as possible. And for this dude, Trevane Brandon Jackson, for her to be his nephew, somebody should have known that address and known exactly where to send them. If you're calling 911, then you ought to know where to tell them to go, I think. But she sounded like she didn't want to tell him anything because she said, ma'am, can you put him on the phone? She was like, let me call you back, and then hung up. And then she called back, and then she was like, he don't know the address. I don't know his phone number. Like, to be honest with you, I get it. Yes, she was rude, but I always tell you guys this, like, there's always a better way to do things. Like, I get it. Could she have been nicer? Yes. Could she have been more professional? Yes. But the caller did sound dumb. The fact that she didn't know the address before she called 911. She didn't give the phone to somebody else who could have told her what the address was while people are supposedly dying. And then she didn't want to give the phone to anybody else nor give up the phone number. Listen again, and I'm going to let it play out. Y'all tell me if I'm tripping. Listen again. I think both of them, the operator could have been nicer, more professional. And this woman, whoever she was just stupid as shit. Listen again.
Call Miss 911. Yes, could you send me a police officer out to 901 Joy Road, lot 511? Pine Meadows.
Now you heard she gave that address. She gave her address. She said, come to my address, but where the people are dead at, I can't give you that address. Keep a note of that. She was trying to protect him. Thank you. That's what I thought.
Yes. You said lot 511? Yes, ma'am. What's going on there? Ma'am, just please get a police officer here. My nephew showed up at my house. He scratched up and beat all up. And my son them just went to his house and they said that everybody in the house is dead.
So somebody went to the house and they said that everybody was dead. So apparently somebody knows the address of that house, right?
Ma'am, what's the address to the house? The house is over there in E County. I don't know the address. Okay, ma'am, ask your nephew what the apartment number is, please.
So since she just said that somebody else went there, she said, okay, well, since you don't know the address, can you ask them to give me the address? And what was her response?
Ma'am, I won't even know the apartment. Ma'am, is your nephew there?
Next logical question. Is he there? If I can confirm that he's there, then he knows the address. So now I need to get somebody else on the phone that can tell me what's going on. Because you're wasting time and somebody's probably dying, right? Okay, let's keep going.
Yes, ma'am. He at my house right now. He in the bathroom.
She just told him, she just told the operator, yes, Ma'am, he's at the house. He's in the bathtub washing himself. Now, everybody knows that when he took that shower after killing them, he was washing off the evidence. So she knew that he was in there taking a shower. And she knew that people were dead. So that means she also knew that he did something that probably caused somebody to die. And she's withholding information. So that means she also now knows that she's in collusion or harboring a what do they call that? Aiding and abetting a criminal at this point. She knows that.
She look like she owns some drugs or something. Don't ask him what the apartment number is that it was for Tammy. Ma'am.
And I'm going to tell you guys this also, because some of y'all are probably not going to like this. I don't know if I have any black people watching. Do I have any black people watching? Okay. Put your big boy put your big boy pants on. For ladies, put your big girl pants on. I'm going to say something that might not sit well with your sensibilities. Are you ready? Are you ready? I don't know. Let me clutch my pearls. I don't know if you guys are ready for this. Let me clutch my pearls. That white lady on the phone talking to this black lady knows that most hood black people are dumb. They are liars, and they will protect criminals. Uh-oh. Did y'all put your big girl pants on and your big boy pants on? Y'all might not be ready to hear what I just said. And knowing the fact that they have a no snitching policy. Thank you, Mark. They know that this is how black people are. And she treated her exactly like that. If you know somebody, what did let me see, what was his name? Forrest Gump say? Stupid is stupid does, right? So this woman already knows that this broad is dumb. She knows that she's lying. She knows that she gets all worked up for no damn reason. And the fact that when she asked her direct questions, she gave her indirect answers. And keep in mind, this is what she does for a living. Take phone calls from people who say, fuck the police, from people who say, fuck the president, for people who say, fuck the rules, and for people who say the rules don't apply to them. These are the same type of people that will then turn around and call this same so-called white supremacist system and say, please come help us niggas in the hood. Those same people that say, fuck the police, but police, please come help us. Fuck y'all, but come help us. How many of y'all would know how to react in a situation like that, honestly? If I told Addie or TT or Keyshawn, if I said, fuck you, donate to me anyway. How would y'all feel about that if I said, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck y'all, donate to me anyway. How many of y'all would actually do it? You'd probably be thinking, that doesn't really make any sense. Like, I love to help you, but you know what? That bullshit that you just said, that's not sitting well with me right now. And this white woman is processing this in her head. Quick. She processed this very quick. I can already tell you're on some bullshit. Just give me what I need to know so I can get the fuck off the phone with you and get the police where I need them to go. Right? That's where it takes us being honest as citizens.
He acting like he don't know nothing. He don't know nothing. He acting like he out with it. Ma'am, who went to the apartment?
And what was her response? She said, he don't know nothing. He don't know nothing. Ma'am, he don't know nothing. Now y'all tell me that this woman sounds intelligent. He don't know nothing. Listen at this again. Come on.
Ma'am, he acting like he don't know nothing. He don't know nothing. He acting like he out with it. Ma'am, who went to the apartment? My son, yeah, because when he came here, he was all beat up and he made the bed.
I can come off brash, but you just tell me if I'm correct or incorrect. That's all. Like, I don't really care about coddling people's feelings. Oh, let me care about your little feelings. Let me care about your little feelings. I don't really too much care about coddling people's feelings when there are dead children in the mix. Hello. When there are dead children in the mix, I don't too much care about what you think about my behavior. You just tell me if I'm right or wrong about what I'm talking about. And if you're going to say I'm incorrect, then tell me what I'm saying that is factually inaccurate that you can prove that I'm saying that's not accurate. And we can debate it. Until then, don't just say I'm wrong just for the sake of being wrong. That's when you let me know you're just in your feels. You're in your little feelings. You in your feels? Does it piss you off that I'm saying this? But I say it about everybody. Matter of fact, how many of my white people in the chat can tell them, you damn sure can't say that Jay only does this to black people, can you? How many of my white people know that I didn't call some of these white people that have been on my show, that I featured on my show, plenty of names. What about Granny and Paw Meth? Y'all remember that? That was only what, like a week ago? Stop playing with me, okay? Stop playing with me.
Ma'am, where's your son at right now? He just went over there to the apartment. Okay, give me his cell phone number, please. My son don't have no phone. My brother got a phone. I don't know how to go in here and contact things, get the phone number. I need some information from the people who are going to call you right now. I'm going to call you right now. Ma'am, I'm going to call you right now. I'm going to call you.
She said, I got to call you back. Why does she have to call the 911 operator back? That's just dumb. He don't know nothing. He don't know nothing. Come on, man. I give it to everybody. How many Mexicans have I clowned on my show? How many white people have I clowned on my show? Lots of them. He don't know nothing.
Wednesday, July 17, 2019.
How many of y'all remember Granny Meth and Paw Meth? Y'all better stop playing with me.
20, 51 and 11 seconds.
Chantel said it. The operator had to cut through the BS that she was being handed. You are 100% correct. Kids are involved and she needed to get the police there. At the end of the day, if you don't understand that that's what my point is, then I'm sorry. I can't do anything to coddle your feelings. Over here at the AFC, with the Advocates for Children, my channel members, the people who have badges by their names, these are the people that understand. These are the people that put in work. They get it. We understand. Anybody who clowns children, anybody who harms children is going to get clowned on my channel. I'm going to make fun of criminals to the max. That's just what I do. She don't know Nathan.
Yes, ma'am. I just called you about my nephew. What happened? Ma'am. I've got it. Ma'am, give me the phone number. Ma'am, give me the phone number. My brother done made it back here. Okay, what's the apartment number? He said he don't know that. All he knew was where the apartment is. He didn't get the address. Okay, then how do we know the people inside the apartment are dead? Ma'am, I can't send anybody out there if I don't have an apartment number. Okay, all right, I'm going to ride over there and get the apartment number. Ma'am, I need you to say where you're at because police are coming to you. Oh, Lord, my mom just pulled up. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I need to know an apartment number in Elizabeth County. Let me talk to your brother. My brother, he said he was, hold on a minute. Got killed everybody in the house, Mom. Okay, I get it. What's that phone number, Mom? My mama got this phone. Mom, you know the part. department number? 660B, my mama say. 660B, boy? Yes, ma'am. All right, we're going. Thank you. Ma'am.
So whoever said that was absolutely right, that the 911 operator had to cut through so much BS just to get an address to know where to go. Like, first and foremost, why would you call and ask for help and ask for somebody to come help you when they don't know where to go? To me, I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a stupid person, but to me, I'd be thinking that'd be the first thing that would pop up in my mind is if I'm going to call for help, whether I'm in a panic or not, then maybe if she's in such a panic, since some of y'all out there want to be like, well, I think she was scared. Then you know what? I thought that all black women were strong. I thought they were all educated. Maybe they're not. So if they're not, then maybe they should have put somebody else on the phone who could have been strong and composed and gave the 911 operator the information that they needed. It's funny how we always want to talk about how smart, how strong, how educated people are until we have evidence to prove that that is fucking horseshit. Hashtag not all, because it don't apply to everybody, since we gotta always throw that caveat in there. But let's close the story out, okay? Now, again, this man is dead now. He's not gonna go to court. There is no bond. There is no nothing. He's dead. There's Nathan, okay? There's Nathan else going on. Does everybody understand? Nathan else is gonna happen with this story. By the way, I'm poking fun at her for saying Nathan. He don't know Nathan. Why she sound like she came out of the 1936? He don't know Nathan, Massa. Listen here, Massa. Massa, he don't know Nathan. Shit, man. Golly. Man. Granny done put us all the way back into slavery days all again, man. We done took about 400 steps back with that fucking phone call. I'm sorry. That was some bullshit. He don't know Nathan. But again, if this dude, this murderer, this criminal, this person that you already have in custody, if you know that he swallowed a bunch of pills, then he should have automatically been on suicide watch. The fact that it does not seem like he was on suicide watch proves that the police and whoever had him down there at that prison or jail was negligent in their job. They know this fool is crazy. They know what he was accused of, and they got a confession from him. Y'all see him right there. He looks like he's about to give up all hope. So one logical mind would have to know that this dude is probably going to do something stupid. And probably as soon as he gets a chance to do something stupid. And the moment he did it. Now, I'm not saying that what he did was justified, because it wasn't. I don't care if this woman cheated on you, if she was arrested for dancing nude in a strip club and she made you feel embarrassed. She's embarrassing your name. She's out doing all kind of hoe activities in the hotel, and this hotel everybody, hotel the mayor, and all of this kind of other stuff. I get it. You could be upset at that all day long. But men, as a man, need to man up and move out. This weird looking man, once he had enough and he was fed up and he know that he was at the furthest point of festivity, should have manned up, got some real nuts, some cojones, and moved out. You don't take it out on your children, and you don't take it out on your whore. She was a whore. You loved her. You had sex with her. You got her pregnant. You had babies by a whore. But a whore is going to do what a whore is going to do. And to me, you don't punish a person for just being who they are. And you damn sure don't do that to the kids. What did the kids do to deserve that? Why didn't the kids deserve a chance? And you said that, well, since nobody can, I don't want nobody to raise my kids. Wow. 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 So that's supposed to be something noble. You didn't want anybody else to raise your kids, so you considered it to be a better thing for the mom to watch them die as you cut them and kill them one by one, and they feel the pain, and they feel the hurt, and they feel the life leaving out of their innocent 2-year-old, 1-year-old, and 1-month-old bodies? That's a better alternative? That's not a better alternative. It's not a better alternative. It's not smart. It's not logical. It doesn't make any sense. It's not right. And he deserved to be punished for what he did, even if it meant that the state was going to kill him anyway. I think that he should have stood trial as a man and accepted the responsibility that comes with that. That dude is a coward. He is a thug. He is a horrible person, and he deserves to have a bad name for the rest of eternity. And he deserves his special place in hell, his special little retard, rapist, child abusing corner that he's going to have to sit in and stay in for the rest of eternity in hell, burning for all eternity. He deserves what he gets. To the mom, that she deserved what she gets? No. She did not deserve to die, nor did her kids deserve to die. But she did deserve to be alone. And she was a horrible parent for putting her children in that precarious situation. She didn't think anything about these children first when she decided to go do criminal activities in a already questionable profession like stripping. She didn't think about her kids when she got arrested. She didn't think about her kids when she was drinking and doing drugs. She wasn't thinking when she decided to get pregnant, and in less than 4 weeks before she finished having that kid, giving birth to that kid, already had a new man and threw it up in this man's face who lived inside her house with her other kids. It's only so far you can push any human beings. That goes for black, white, Mexican, Asian, whatever it is. That goes for old, young, hood, upscale, for anybody. That goes for police. That goes for government. You don't push people into corners. You don't do that. You don't do it to men. You don't do it to women. Women, stop doing it to men. Men, stop doing it to women. We as adults and as human beings do that kind of bullcrap to each other too much. In a time like now, I personally believe that we need to come together, and you would think the time period that we're going, y'all got to look at what the fuck is going on around us right now. We are going through a time in America and other places in the world right now. Now, I had skipped Africa and Russia and all of these other places. I don't know, but all I know is it hit America. It went straight from China to America, but I digress. And Italy, from what I heard. With us being in a time like this, you would think that we would be more rational. You would think that we would care more about each other. You would think that now that all we have is each other now, that you would think that we would treasure that just a little bit more. You would think we would behave a little bit better. It's scary to me to think that even going through a time like now, we could still be doing all of this bull crap. And just showing no regard for our future, for our lives, and for our children. And what I want in the resounding thought that I want everybody to have when you leave our chat, when you end this chat, and when you go back to your lives and finish with the rest of your evenings, understand that what we are here to do is we're here to talk about the children, prioritize the children, and give the children a voice. Everything that I just said is on behalf of the children's spirit. The mom should, my mom, if I was those kids, I would have been saying, if I were in their shoes, I would have said, my mom doesn't need to be doing what she's doing. I don't like it. It hurts me. I'm sad for mom. I'm scared for mom. It's so many people that could potentially hurt my mom. Then my mom gets arrested. And then my mom brings this man around us. This unstable creature. And every day I'm watching my mom and this man go through fussing and fighting and all kind of crazy stuff. And now I have to watch this man cut my mama up like a ninja with a ginsu. And oh crap, now he's coming for me? Like what did I do? Wait, hold on. What did I do to deserve this? All I'm begging and pleading for people to do is put children first. Put children first. AFC, advocate for children first. That's where our thoughts should be. That's where our prayers should be. And that's where our focus should be going forward. Put the children first. I'd like to say thank you to you guys that came to listen to this stream. Thank you for listening with an open mind, with an open heart, and have your spirit willing to accept something different that you may have missed. We want these children to be a priority, and we want more people to care about these children, okay, and protect them. This is your boy DJ Just J. RIP to all of those souls lost in this story. It's a tragic tale of just, it's the hood story. It really is. From my heart to yours, I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for listening to this stream, and we'll see you guys on our next story. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe for more content from the AFC where we advocate for children first. We'll see y'all on the next stream, okay? Peace.